International Relations Minister Ronald is expected to meet his Ukrainian counterpart in Andrii Sybiha today. This forms part of political consultations between the two countries. Sybiha has been on a 6-day tour of 4 countries in the Middle East and in Africa. The Ukrainian minister's visit comes as the conflict, of course, continues in that country as they continue with their war against Russia. Watching developments is Chrispin Phiri joining us now from the country's capital in Pretoria. And Chrispin, there's been all kinds of commentary made by the Home Affairs Minister around how our relationship with Ukraine may change, at least insofar as visa rules are concerned.
Well, absolutely, and quite a very important day, especially as you know that, well, a few days ago we saw also the BRICS summits being held, but also for South Africa, really, it's always been involved in terms of seeking the peace initiative and making sure that there's long-lasting peace in Ukraine. We saw that African Leaders Peace Initiative, where President Ramaphosa went to Ukraine and also Russia, really just as a way of making sure that they are able to reach peace. But Mr. Chrispin Phiri is here with us from the Minister's office. And let's look at the significance of this, Mr. Phiri. Tell us about why is it so important for Pretoria to be so involved in this case?
Thank you very much for having us, and good morning to the viewers of SABC. This is quite an important meeting. We know that South Africa's non-aligned policy requires it to engage both parties in a warring conflict. And this is exactly what's happening now. Minister Lamola will be engaging his counterpart. As you can see, it's all systems go. And we're quite glad to be part of this historic meeting, but also asserting South Africa's foreign policy in a way that is truly non-aligned, and us showing that indeed we're able to engage both sides and have good, strong diplomatic ties with both sides.
Obviously, without letting the cat out of the bag, what can you really expect in terms of the core issues? I do understand the waiver in terms of the visa for the diplomats is one of the main issues that may feature here.
Yes, of course, bilateral relations will cover a lot of issues of common interest between the countries. One of the significant outcomes of this meeting will be that the conclusion of that agreement between ourselves and Ukraine. So this will enable our officials at a diplomatic level to have ease of access into the Ukraine, not requiring a visa, which really then strengthens our ability to implement the African Peace Initiative, because from a diplomatic point of view, we'll be able to engage more frequently with our Ukrainian counterparts. So that's a significant victory, and it's something of immense importance for the process or for the discussions going forward.
Before I let you go, sir, obviously we know that Minister Sybiha has been going to a number of countries, including Angola and some countries in the Middle East, and now it's South Africa's turn. I would imagine that it also speaks to what South Africa has been pushing for, a peaceful settlement to the ongoing war.
Indeed. We keep calling for a peaceful settlement of all conflicts, and the Russia-Ukraine conflict is no different. We believe that a peaceful outcome, where all the parties are at the table, will really ultimately resolve the crisis in a way that is long-lasting and meaningful.
All right. Thank you so much indeed, sir, for your time. So I really just to get a snapshot in terms of the expectations ahead of the ministers' meeting. This is going to be the venue where it's going to happen. But currently, they're obviously having that private engagement, and then they will come out and really have just an engagement with the media. So with that, back to you in studio.
All right, we'll wait and see how it all unfolds. For now, Chrispin Phiri live to us there from Pretoria. Thanks very much indeed.